but not in my case. My case is like it's like somebody cut God's choice on. Excuse me. I've been speaking like 2018. Yes, I'm not gonna make reserve of anything. I'm gonna speak as it is. But something and I want to do, a lot of people on the subscribe on the this platform that are not real people. They're not in some kind of way. It's like they just want to know what's going them from the channel, the hidden ones. Being chosen is a curse. That's what they want me to believe. But I refuse to believe it, even if I might say it with my mouth, but I refuse to believe it. I thank God this July it's been a year that me and the kids are not on the street. Um, Going from hotel to hotel. Even in the hotel, we moving from room to room, and this is a full year this July, and we thank God for it. We are grateful to God for it. Right now, they doing witchcraft for the other two children to turn on me. Me, they cannot really get to me, but they get to the children. Their dad wants us on the street. They keep doing witchcraft for us to be on the street. The case manager should a certain with us. She didn't do it, and then now they go into the time frame that is getting close to find. Listen, my cry is not about where we're gonna be in 11 days. That's not what it is about. What it is about is what have we done to people? What have my children done to people for anyone at all to turn on us? That's the question. People choose to believe lies on me and causing my children's life. My first son buying poison to kill himself because of what he's been through in life. And I can't even contact him. I'm not allowed to contact him. They want me to believe that being chosen is a curse. That's what they want me to believe. How could somebody with so many traits like me get into this? Because I lower my gods with family. Did I? That's another question. Did I really? Because I was always moving away from my people. Always. Trying to keep my children at peace. I don't want my children with people in their life. One day we friends, and next day we enemies. One day we friends. Then I always keep my children away from my mom. I keep my children away from everybody. And there was one that felt like me keeping my children away was because I felt like I was more than the other ones. My mind never think of anything like that. And she has no conscience, like we were right staying away, because if you were doing witchcraft on us, therefore what's the purpose of being in your chest, and what's the purpose keeping you in our chest? When we say chest means orbit. Her husband partner with an ex-husband of a wife to kill her. I haven't heard of that. A lot of things that are happening in my life, I hear of them only with my story. A lot of things. Even what God's supposed to do with me turn into some other ball game. So by next week we're gonna be out of here. But what state we're gonna be on, I'm not sure yet. I don't know which one to pick yet. Because I'm not gonna stay here. Being chosen is is bullshit. Full of gift, with people who curse your gift, cause people to hate you because of the gift. Everywhere you go, people hate you because of that damn gift. Is it really possible to be hated by the world? Is it possible? And those who are doing witchcraft, why are they? Why are they still living? Why are they allowed to attack me? Why are they allowed to still living? I may never have an answer. Good evening, good night to everyone. Yeah, that I believe sorrow come turn to joy. I believe that. Trust me. I refuse to shrink. I don't mind being mine. Buying a tent and put it somewhere, but where would you put it? That's another question. I'm not worried about attack of people coming to shoot. I'm not worried about that. With that, I know anyone come with a gun, they will shoot themselves before they arrive. Oh, no, no, no. My video is not asking anybody for help. My videos don't ask nobody for help. Because I got people who offered help before and I turned away. Not worried. This is a blog to keep up with my life, which was to be a ministry. I do not ask for help. It's a song I learned as younger. let's say, teenage, but it is in fact la vie. That's great. La vie, ça son mystère. Two young people are in love. It is something that pleases others, like those who care for you. They are happy for you and things like that. But now, what happened to those who are in love, but there is a fake one among the two? It brings you to the situation where I am. Married to someone who goes and abandon you in the house with the children while living a second life ex that he never really left. Started to sleep with my sister as well. Did never thought of that, never. That sister, I never thought she was a tramp. I never husband, never thought of that. Not only that, and then another man come along, she slept with him too. Nobody can bring my spirit down. No. When my face was looking old with teeth and different kind of vision of my sister and my ex-husband, I don't bother me. Yes. People you meet in your life, you should never meet. Somebody at the time I was going to meet him told me, why don't you wait? God will give you a husband. Why don't you wait? But for some reason, I did not. For some reason, I didn't wait because he gave me the advice at the time I was leaving the city of Orlando to go to Naples, Florida. And I met the gentleman. Sound like innocent, sound like someone who could not even bite. My mother came to visit when the first baby was 4 months old. Things changed since after my mother visited us. And a man that I moved away from my family to be with, most of them I didn't even let know that I left Orlando. The only person that I trusted and I told that I was leaving to meet with somebody was my sister Claire Woods. She was the only one that knew that I moved out of Orlando, and happened to be the one who slept with my ex-husband and also slept with another man that came along. While standing right here, they're sending me foul smell. My poor daughter was the only girl in the family, and then they did this. Even one he was saying with the words that he loved and love, but action doesn't match with the other words. No hard feeling, nothing against nobody. This is my life, my testimony, my feeling. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, he does. She does because she was. I believe she was diagnosed with mental issues since 2016. Since 2016, she started to take pills. Because I believe she fought with my brother on my behalf. I wasn't there. I used to be a traveler, technologist. I traveled to different states. At that time, I left my children in Massachusetts and I went to work in Maryland. Bell, Bell something, I don't remember the name of the city because I have not talked about it for a while. I actually find a permanent job in Long Island, New York. But in Long Island, the training that they wanted me to have, they wanted me to get the training in Maryland. So I went to Maryland and got the treatment. So when after the treatment, the training, the training didn't even complete because I was let go. Why did I was let go? Because they say I was the core. And why was I was called that? Because the way the GI the GI specimen supposed to be embedded on edge because they're very small. And when I'm cutting those blocks, if they not put on edge, they put them flat. Then I kind of talk about it. I'm like, these guys are not embedded properly. The orientation is not proper. So supervisor manager put together and let me go because I'm hypercritical. And in my offer letter, I was supposed to look over the workflow. I was supposed to look over the workflow. Then I was called hypercritical. I'm like, okay, there's nothing I could do. If I were doing my job and they let me go before doing my job. So it's just that's how God wanted it to be. Then I went back to stay because when I travel for work in extended stay, I went to pack my stuff and then I left. When I got to, when I got now back home to Massachusetts, then there was something waiting for me and I didn't know that it was. Be the next day, so I went back home, told me not to stay in the house with the family. My three children and I went to a hotel room at my birthday, the three peace. The most peaceful child person in me, really that I normally am. And again, know how it's looking on the other end because a lot of time I'm seeing my pictures for more witchcraft and more witchcraft and more witchcraft. Let me put in the car. Once he parks it there, he doesn't move it. He's a spy. He asked about him, he left and for a couple of weeks and then he came back. He came back, he parked that car right here. He parked that car right there and never moved it. And then now while I'm doing that video, God spies and things like that will understand what I'm saying. Okay. So I know that everything is in God's hand. Because the way I should be have meet up with where individual wants to be recognized and it's not. It's not how I want to. It's like too much money, but for someone, all I will for a soul tribe to connect me with some, so I'm gonna for me, and not even once I think of it. You are, I, you are. I felt better always. That's what I felt better always. That's what I cannot sudden and I feel it. I cannot sudden and I feel it. Sister, notification just someone is ganging up on you. One is ganging up on you. Me against of way I help. The energy not be in the open like this. The I carry people that should embrace and help get the help that I'm supposed to be giving to people. But instead of to get help, they will be asking me instead. Because especially when the so people, who do you know that hide here beside Jesus? It's Jesus. And maybe some chosen one, but I don't know. All I know, people see the light in my chest right here. And then they, instead of approach me to talk to me, instead of that, they choose to attack me and turn against me. Even those that are behind me, they see things on me. Those who coming towards me, they see it on my chest. Those who are behind me, they see things on by my shoulder blades, things that God put there. I don't ask God for them. God see that I need. He wants to use me. He placed them there. But people hate me for them. People hate it for them to make. I was able to pay things and things for my children. When I finished college, 100 that people in my business they keep doing things on me. I have never been able to pay not even a big 2 months I work, a month I sit at home, I work, a month I sit at home. How do I sit at home? They put things on the floor. They put witchcraft on the floor. I enter the work and I'll spend 30 minutes, only 30 minutes, and then I'll be saying to the supervisor, I have to go. I could not stay in that job because things on my feet, I could not stay on that job. That was at LabCorp in Shelton, Connecticut. I could not stay. So I managed to stay there for 3 years, my way. My ancestors used to tell me, you get paid, keep going, just keep showing up, keep showing up. I listened to my ancestors. I showed up for 3 years. They keep changing rules and regulation policies. They keep changing them because, excuse me, they try to make it hard for me to stay. It's like every time I go back after my 1 month of medical leave, when I get back, there is always a new paper for me to sign, new policies. They keep mandated the policies. Because people pay other people to follow everywhere I work, and then they go and lie on me to the people at work. They even give them poison to give me. I wish I find that picture. Little, little gummies full of sugar. People come and put in my hands, like thinking I'm like a child. I'm gonna be happy. I have candy in my hand. I'm gonna eat it. Once she put it in my hand, I already have discernment not to put it in my mouth. So they started to look at me every day when I go to work, looking at me to see if I'm gonna fall. They thought I eat the candy that they gave me. I didn't. I got home that day. I put it on a shelf somewhere, a storage shelf by the dining table, and never touch it. Because I always keep them to find a way to test them at the lab. Bad, it would be an offense to God. So I will not say anything bad. And that same bad thing would be winning to my enemies. They're not my enemies, you know. They are God's enemies. They choose to fight God through me. But they are not my enemies. They are God's enemies. Because once you raise yourself against God's chosen, you're fighting God. You're fighting the universe themselves, not me. Not me. Not me. I only had nudges and signals this morning, which I walked unsuccessfully. But to this afternoon, tonight, I haven't gotten any. Everybody they go and lie to on me, not any one of them feel the need to come approach me and ask me, how am I doing? And then that would bring a conversation. They will realize that it was a lie on me, it's not me. Whoever they told them about was not me. Chaotic, comic, not me. Because I am at work, I don't talk to no one, I'm there. Good morning, everybody. When I'm leaving, good night, everybody. Whoever answers, answers. Who doesn't answer, I don't give a damn, I just walk. And once I open that double door, I walk out. It's like when the door closes, I close the door with the problems, the issues at work. I don't take them to my children. The same way the problem I have at home, I don't carry them to work. So all my life I've been sucking up things just to keep my peace. Simply to keep my peace. Oh, Evita. I love what that so similar to my life. Call in 3 months' time. I will be fine, I know. But maybe not that fine. But I'll survive anyhow. Being used to trouble, I anticipated. But all the same, I hated. Wouldn't you? That was the last verse. The beginning, I believe, said, I don't expect, I don't, I don't expect my love affairs to last so for long. But maybe not. Hold on. I haven't sing that song for a long time. I don't expect my love affairs to last for long. Never fool myself that my dreams will come true. Been used to trouble, I anticipated, but all the same I hate it. Wouldn't you? Yeah, that's how it goes. But what happens now? What happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to? So that song was right after audition with other women. They go to audition, and then after they call them for her term, they call her for her time, and then she walked out just like the others walk out, meaning she didn't get the whatever scene, anything. And as she walking out now, then she walk with that song. I don't expect my love affairs to last long. So, do you know why? Because that was a man that brought her out of her parents' house. Because the man was married, didn't tell anyone. But every time he went to town to sing, that was a singer, and then he find her to sleep with, without telling no one that he was married. So if at the time that the man was leaving to go back to his house, so she felt like she wanted to live with the man. She got dressed and things like that. Until man says that she couldn't go. Then she sing. It's a musical. She sing. Watch out, Buenos Aires, because you're gonna get something get me, something like that. I don't remember the song. And then the man would say, ever beware your ambition. He has a woman at home. And once they got off the vehicle, and then they got she followed the men. The men going up the stairs, and then she going up the stairs after him. And then the wife of the man met him on top of the stairs. And then she turn around and then go down the stairs, sing that same song. I don't expect my love affairs to last for long. Then after that, she went to the audition. Listen, I live the life of so many people. I live the life of Jesus. You would need to know my story to see that I live the life of Jesus. Accusation after accusation. All Jesus' life, there were, when once he entered his ministry, all the time was a lie. Oh, he's breaking the law. He's breaking the law. What this law, that law. He's breaking Sabbath. He's this and that. Excuse me, and people would want to stone him. Because everywhere he goes, them type of accusation. Once he approached the tabernacles, there was always some accusation. And guess what? Since 6 years old, I've been living with accusation, things that I ignore, meaning things that I don't know nothing about. And I could never have a man in my life that lasts long, because there is always a family member bashing me with the men. Any men I brought to my house, men that I don't sleep with, they won't sleep me with them. They assume that men bashing me for the men. But with the bash, men just walk away. They were always accusing me of sleeping with somebody, even with God continue to forth towards me. I cry to God. I said, God, do you really want this man with me? Do you really want me with this man? And I'm asking God, make changes, make changes. God never made changes. He keeps sending him forward. Therefore, that's what he wants. And then people who don't even know me would send message and say, God says he wants you with that man. Although the man slept with the woman that bashed me with him. Now the lies that was told to that man against me caused that man to choose a way of meeting that makes it difficult for the two of us to meet. In the to be with no man at all, because being with a man that says that would make him look like the bad person in the relationship we had, which he was, because he had been trying to go back towards him in order to see if the marriage could work. On ghost again. The ghosting, some of the ghosting, it's me having to leave him behind, although he's the one ghosting. I don't know if you understand. All the day I don't feel no nudge to come out, but I come out. Now the partner might think that it's me that is not interested in him, and it's not true. It's witchcraft that wants they make me look like I don't have interest, or I gave up, or I moved on, because that's what they have said to the gentleman in the first place. Ketsia moved on. But I don't know how the men couldn't understand, couldn't pick up that he was with a sister using my name. I don't know. I don't know. And again, I will say this to anyone that end up watching this video afterward. When I talk about my life, I don't ask for help. This is just to keep track of my story and what happened to me. Because your past take you to the future, Without the past, you wouldn't be what you are now. It is the past that makes you who you are. The experience that you have. This is why some people turn to evil. This is why some people turn to good, based on what they experience in life. Some believe in forget about the past. You talk about it to move forward, and knowing that you will not let your experience change you for the worse. That's what I believe. The sad thing is that although people will deal with me after people tell lies on me, they never figure out that it was lie. They still treat me as I was the way they were told about me. But they don't make the comparison to say, she's not like that. That was a lie. Let me make changes and treat her in a different way. No, they don't do that. They still keep what they were told about me and treat me the same way. So no matter how they see different that I am, does not make any changes. Who else would be able to survive what I experienced in my life? I don't know. Maybe only Jesus. Hey, if you know my life, you would understand. Now I explain the life of Jesus. They sold Jesus too, didn't they? they sold Jesus for coins, 20 coins. Me, they sold for thousands. The difference is that a disciple sold Jesus, but my aunt, my cousin put together with my ex-husbands and sold me out. Now, I apologize for the sound because I tried to do it inside. The signal was not good. That's why I come out to, you see how it's a bit clear out here? Only the background knows. Okay. Now, what life do I live against from the Bible? Joseph, the life of Joseph, who woke up with a dream and then tell it to the family, and then everybody felt jealous of the dream of Joseph. Ended up selling him to the Egyptians for some coins. Some coins. Joseph went to Egypt and it was a curse, because when they sell you to somebody, it's like they curse you to be a slave. When you were your father's favorite, come on. So he went there, lived the life that he had to live until God was him. hmm Sold by siblings, and then lied to the father and said that he died, so that he would not ask for him anymore. Okay. Okay. Now, with me, my siblings even created a death certificate for me on my name in order to tell the courts that I was dead. Fake death certificate from Haiti. They paid and make one to give to the court and say that I was dead. My ex-husband get one to say to life insurance that I was dead. Isn't it the same? They told the father that Joseph died, so the father didn't ask for Joseph no more. My family and ex-husband is still quoting life insurance that I'm dead. That I'm living somewhere in a different state. Who else life did I live? Do I live? Job's. Job life. Job life. The deal with God, made a deal with God to change Job's state of mind about God. God says no, he will not change. Satan was convinced that he was able to change him. God said, okay, go ahead, try him, but don't touch his soul. That's accusation. He went to, and then now the trial started for Job. I have my sister. I have my sister. Let me finish with Job. Job even lost his 7 children. I showed 5 because let's do this. 7 children. I lost one. Mine is not dead, but it's like he's dead because we can't even talk. How and why can't we talk? Because they use him to poison me. It just didn't work. I had to put him out when I realized that I was poisoned by him. Yeah. My sister, my ex-husband, my mother went and complained against me to God, telling God that I'm this, I'm doing that, I'm this, I'm that. God says this is mine, she is mine. They say, but God, but she's this, she's that. God says she is mine, don't touch her. God said, not this one. They actually hear the voice of God telling them, don't touch this one, not this one. They refuse to give up. Refuse to give up. And they still doing witchcraft for me to be on the street. Things that I do for people, they feel like I don't deserve. Meanwhile, some of them are living in what is mine. They're living in the house that is mine. But they want me on the street. Make it make sense. I'm gonna leave this here. I talk about the life that I live. There are more that I live. Yeah, my ex is on top of me every day. Not on top of me in bed, but let's say in bed too, because when I'm laying down in my bed, he's right on the second floor, right on top of me where I am in bed, doing witchcraft on me, trying to do soul swap, destiny exchange, because he cannot make money of his own. They want my life in their body to make money. I'm about to enter, and I'm ending it here. Start new life, of course. Come to Australia as a refugee. Oh, how do you do that? Classo. How do you do? How do you? I've always want to leave the United States. How do you get the information to Australia as a refugee? I will look it up online. Yeah, but I don't know nobody from Australia. Though. I don't know nobody. I will look it up. I have to leave it here. Um, I will make another one based on how I'm feeling because I'm feeling a little sad. Although I'm feeling okay and the tea is dry. Excuse me. Later, yeah. This one is funny. I'm sorry, I wish I could send you a gift. I don't need a gift like Job in the Bible. Yes, I'm new here. Well, welcome. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn into joy. Yes, it's a matter of when. I believe that it's a matter of when. Um, yeah, I'm out of here.